Thinking about buying a Toyota? You're not alone. I was too. But then I started comparing the real-world costs like maintenance, resale value, warranty coverage, even insurance premiums. And what I found honestly surprised me. Toyota's still a solid choice. Don't get me wrong, but it's no longer the only one. In fact, a few overlooked brands are now offering equal reliability, better features, and in some cases, more long-term value for the money. Before you sign that paperwork, let me show you which 7 car brands might be worth more than a Toyota, and why thousands of smart buyers are making the switch. And as a bonus, I'll share a specific car from each brand that you should seriously consider instead of a Toyota, backed by reliability scores, resale data, and real ownership experience. And here's the best part. At the end of the video, I'll reveal my top overall car recommendation, a clear winner that's absolutely worth considering over a Toyota. So stay tuned, and let's begin with the first car brand on our list, Honda, the quiet powerhouse that might be a better buy. I've owned both Toyota and Honda, and while Toyota's reliability is legendary, Honda might just offer more value per dollar, especially if you're comparing models like the Civic and the Corolla. Why? It starts under the hood. Honda's VTEC engine tech isn't just a flashy acronym. It's a proven system that balances fuel efficiency and engine durability, often outperforming Toyota's engines in high-mileage conditions. I've seen Civics run smoothly past 250,000 miles with minimal maintenance, and it's not just anecdotal. Consumer Reports and J.D. Power have consistently ranked Honda at or above Toyota in long-term reliability studies. And here's where it gets interesting. The CR-V versus the RAV4. On paper, both look like solid bets, but the CR-V regularly edges out the RAV4 in real-world powertrain performance and ownership cost over time. Less mechanical trouble, better fuel economy, and in older models, fewer expensive repairs. Even in terms of resale value and total cost of ownership, Honda holds its ground. You're not just saving at the dealership, you're saving years down the line on insurance, fuel, and repairs. And unlike some rivals, Honda keeps its tech user-friendly and cost-effective to repair. A huge plus if you're planning to keep your vehicle long-term. So, is Honda a better brand than Toyota? Not necessarily, but in 2025, when price, fuel efficiency, and mechanical simplicity really matter, Honda might be the smarter investment, especially for older buyers who care more about value and dependability than badge loyalty. If you're looking for a better alternative to the Toyota Corolla, go for the Honda Civic. It delivers better fuel economy, fewer engine issues, and a more satisfying drive without sacrificing long-term reliability. And if you're thinking about stepping up into the luxury segment without giving up reliability, this next brand takes everything Toyota does and adds serious refinement. Lexus, Toyota's luxury twin that may be worth the upgrade. Everyone knows Lexus is Toyota's luxury sibling, but what many drivers don't realize is just how much more value you can get by stepping up to a Lexus, especially if you plan to keep your vehicle long-term. Built on the same trusted platforms as Toyota, Lexus takes reliability a step further by using higher-grade materials, tighter quality control, and more refined engineering. According to J.D. Power's 2023 dependability study, Lexus actually ranks higher than Toyota in long-term reliability, especially in areas like electronics, powertrain durability, and safety system performance. This has real-world value. Fewer issues mean fewer trips to the repair shop, lower maintenance stress, and less need for extended warranties, even in the luxury segment. And because Lexus focuses on timeless design and lasting components, their vehicles tend to hold resale value better than many Toyotas. Take the Lexus RX, for example. It shares a platform with the Toyota Highlander, but offers a quieter ride, better interior materials, and fewer reported issues in areas like infotainment glitches and drivetrain wear. The ownership experience, completely different. If you're already considering a Toyota Highlander, the Lexus RX might be worth the upgrade. It costs more upfront, yes, but it can actually save you money over time by avoiding common luxury pitfalls. Now, let's shift to a brand that's shocked the industry with its value-packed models and unmatched warranty, proving you don't need to spend big to get long-term dependability. Hyundai, Hyundai. Better warranty, more features, and lower ownership costs. If you told me a decade ago that Hyundai would go head-to-head with Toyota on reliability, I wouldn't have believed you, but things have changed. Hyundai is no longer just the affordable choice. It's becoming one of the smartest long-term purchases on the market today. Let's start with the numbers. Hyundai's 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty is still the best in the business. That's double what Toyota offers, without the need to buy an extended plan. For older or budget-conscious drivers, that peace of mind is worth thousands down the road. But Hyundai's real power is how it combines reliability with high-tech features, without inflating the price. Consumer Reports has rated several Hyundai models, including the Sonata, Tucson, and Elantra, as equal to or better than Toyota in predicted reliability. You also get more for your money up front. Heated seats, driver safety tech, Apple CarPlay, and backup cameras are standard in most trims, while some Toyota models still charge extra. Plus, Hyundai's newer engines and transmissions are designed with simple, proven components, reducing the chance of expensive breakdowns after the warranty expires. Put it all together: longer warranty coverage, lower initial cost, high reliability scores, and strong resale value. And Hyundai becomes a real contender if you're shopping smart. So if you're thinking about the Toyota Camry, make sure you check out the Hyundai Sonata. It's packed with value, rated highly for dependability, and backed by the best warranty in the business. But what if you live where snow, dirt roads, or mountain drives are part of daily life? Then this next brand is built exactly for you. Subaru, rugged reliability that may outlast Toyota. Toyota is known for building dependable daily drivers, but if you're looking for a vehicle that can take more punishment, Subaru deserves serious attention. Subaru's symmetrical all-wheel drive system comes standard in nearly every model, and it's one of the most robust setups you'll find. Whether you're driving through snow, mud, or steep mountain roads, Subaru models like the Forester and Outback are built to handle terrain that most Toyotas, like the RAV4, just aren't designed for. But this isn't just about off-road performance. Consumer Reports data shows that Subaru's AWD and powertrain systems experience fewer long-term mechanical issues than many competitors, including Toyota. That means fewer repair bills after the warranty ends, and lower long-term ownership costs. And here's something that quietly saves you even more. Subaru vehicles consistently have fewer safety recalls, which can lead to lower insurance premiums over time. That adds up, especially for drivers who want a reliable, go-anywhere vehicle without spending extra on extended coverage or roadside protection. Subaru doesn't try to be flashy. It focuses on engineering that lasts, practical features, and simple designs that are easy to maintain. If you're the kind of driver who keeps their vehicle for 10+ years, that's exactly the kind of value that makes Subaru worth more than a Toyota, especially in tougher driving conditions. If you're considering a Toyota RAV4, take a serious look at the Subaru Forester. It's built for real-world durability, performs better off the pavement, and could save you more in the long run. On the other hand, if you care about elegant design, smooth handling, and real reliability without luxury pricing, this next brand might surprise you. Mazda. Pure driving, premium feel, proven to last. For years, Mazda was the fun, sporty underdog. Great to drive, but not necessarily built for the long haul. But things have changed. Today, Mazda doesn't just compete with Toyota on reliability. It's starting to outperform it in ways most buyers overlook. The secret? Simplified precision engineering. Unlike brands chasing complicated tech, Mazda keeps things straightforward. That means fewer electronics to fail, easier repairs, and less dependence on extended warranties. In fact, J.D. Power's reliability rankings now consistently place Mazda right behind or neck and neck with Toyota. And when it comes to real-world ownership costs, Mazda's catching up fast. The Mazda CX-5, for example, doesn't just rival the Toyota RAV4, it often beats it in terms of ride quality, transmission performance, and even infotainment reliability over time. Plus, repair costs are typically lower thanks to its cleaner, more accessible design. Consumer Reports data backs this up, showing that Mazda's newer models experience fewer mechanical issues over time, especially in the engine and powertrain categories. Combine that with competitive pricing, better driving dynamics, and a growing resale reputation, and suddenly Mazda becomes more than just an alternative. It becomes a smarter investment. If you're thinking of getting a Toyota RAV4, don't overlook the Mazda CX-5. It's reliable, refined, and might just give you more for your money in the years ahead. Now let's bring luxury back into the picture, because this next brand blends premium comfort with rock-solid engineering in a way few can match. Acura, luxury-level reliability that rivals Toyota for less. If you're eyeing a higher-end Toyota like the Venza, or even leaning toward an entry-level Lexus, there's one brand you shouldn't overlook: Acura. Built on Honda's rock-solid engineering foundation, Acura brings luxury, performance, and long-term reliability together in a way that's hard to match. Unlike some luxury brands that overload you with tech that breaks the minute the warranty expires, Acura takes a smarter route, refined features that actually last. And it's not just marketing. According to Consumer Reports and J.D. Power, models like the Acura RDX and TLX consistently rank among the most dependable vehicles in the luxury segment, with lower than average repair costs over time. What's more, Acura often gives you more horsepower, better tech, and premium materials for less money than a comparably equipped Toyota or Lexus. That means stronger resale value, fewer repair headaches, and less pressure to invest in pricey extended warranties. Acura doesn't just compete with Toyota, it offers a different kind of value, one focused on long-term ownership, comfort, and confidence, without the inflated luxury price tag. If you're looking at the Toyota Venza, or even considering the Lexus RX, the Acura RDX deserves a spot on your list. It delivers equal or better reliability, more power, and upscale features, often for thousands less. And finally, here's a brand you might not expect to make the list, but with the right model, it could actually be one of the smartest buys on the market today: Chevrolet. Underrated, more affordable, and quietly closing the gap. Let's be honest, Chevrolet hasn't always had the best reputation for reliability. But if you're still holding on to that view, it might be time to take another look, because recent data shows Chevy is no longer just the budget option. It's a real contender for long-term value. According to J.D. Power's dependability study, the Chevrolet Malibu is now ranking ahead of many import rivals, including Toyota, in key categories like engine reliability, infotainment system performance, and low-cost maintenance. That's not a fluke. Chevy has steadily improved build quality over the last decade, and it's finally showing up where it matters, in fewer problems for owners. And when you look at the price tag, things get even more interesting. The Malibu often undercuts the Toyota Camry or Avalon by thousands, while still delivering strong fuel economy, advanced safety tech, and a smoother ride. Add in lower insurance premiums in many states and better dealer financing incentives, and the total cost of ownership tilts even more in Chevy's favor. Worried about long-term protection? Don't be. Chevrolet offers GM-backed extended warranties that rival third-party plans, giving you peace of mind without the premium price. If you're shopping for a dependable, comfortable mid-size sedan, the Chevrolet Malibu is a model you should definitely consider. It might not wear the Toyota badge, but based on current reliability scores and real-world savings, it might be worth more in the long run. So, after weighing price, reliability, features, and real ownership costs, my top overall recommendation is the Honda CR-V. Not only is it one of the most reliable compact SUVs according to Consumer Reports and J.D. Power, but it often comes in at a lower starting price than the Toyota RAV4 by as much as $1,000 to $1,500, depending on trim and region. And here's the kicker. At that lower price, you typically get more standard features. The CR-V includes Honda Sensing safety tech, adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, and dual-zone climate control, all of which may cost extra on comparable Toyota trims. It also offers better fuel economy, especially in the hybrid variant, and has a track record of lower long-term repair costs and higher owner satisfaction. If you're considering a Toyota RAV4, the Honda CR-V is the smarter buy. More value, more features, and just as much reliability for less money. Toyota builds great cars, no doubt about it. But as we've seen throughout this video, they're not the only brand delivering long-term reliability, strong resale value, and smart ownership costs anymore. Brands like Honda, Mazda, Subaru, Hyundai, Acura, Lexus, and even Chevrolet are now offering just as much dependability, often with more features for the money, longer warranties, and lower repair costs over time. If you're thinking of buying a Toyota, you owe it to yourself to look around first, because getting more for your money starts with knowing what else is out there. Thanks for watching, and if this helped you, don't forget to like and subscribe for more smart car buying tips. See you in the next one. Now, finding the right car is a huge step. And if you go with something like the Honda CR-V, you're already ahead of the game. But here's the thing, buying the right car is only half the battle. What really separates smart car buyers from the ones losing thousands every year? It's what happens after the sale. How you finance it, how you insure it, and how you manage ownership costs most people never think about. Let me break it down for you, because the hidden traps in loans, warranties, and insurance are where most people get burned. You know, most people think the biggest cost of owning a car is the price you pay at the dealership, but I've learned the hard way. That's just the beginning. What really eats into your wallet are the hidden costs that show up months or even years later. The insurance spikes, the financing traps, the long-term repairs no one warned you about. And that's exactly what I want to talk about today, because if you're not paying attention to these things, you could be losing thousands of dollars without even realizing it. Let's start with car insurance. Most buyers just take the quote their dealer or lender suggests, sign off, and move on. But that decision can cost you more than any single car repair over time. Did you know that some car models, especially certain trims, can increase your annual premium by 20 to 30% just because of how insurers classify their risk? I made that mistake once with a so-called safe SUV that came loaded with sensors and high-end electronics. Turns out, those sensors cost a fortune to replace after a minor accident, and insurers know that. My premium jumped $400 the next year, just because of repair costs the industry tracks behind the scenes. And then there's financing. Everyone talks about APRs and monthly payments, but hardly anyone talks about how dealers pad those rates behind the curtain. I found out that dealerships often get kickbacks for steering buyers toward marked-up loan packages. 5.3% loan? That could have been 3.1% if I'd gone straight to a credit union or used a pre-approval from my own bank. But when you're sitting in that office, excited to get the keys, it's easy to nod along, especially when they focus your attention on the monthly number instead of the total cost. Now, here's where it gets sneakier. Extended warranties. They're pitched as peace of mind, and sometimes they are, but a lot of them are third-party contracts with exclusions so wide they don't cover the very things you'd expect. I once paid nearly $2,000 for an extended powertrain warranty, only to find out that when my transmission started slipping at 72,000 miles, it wasn't covered. Why? Fine print. Always read what's not covered, and if it's not a manufacturer-backed plan, think twice. You might be better off putting that money aside for real repairs. Speaking of repairs, let's talk depreciation, because this ties directly into the car you choose. You can baby your car, garage it, change the oil religiously, but if it's a model with a poor resale reputation, you're still losing money the moment you drive off the lot. Brands like Toyota and Honda tend to hold their value, sure, but dig deeper. Some luxury cars can lose over 50% of their value in just 3 years. That means if you finance a $50,000 car and try to sell it in year 4, you could still owe more than it's worth. And now we have the EV factor. Electric vehicles sound like a dream. No gas, fewer moving parts, government rebates. But here's the truth. Battery degradation is real, and replacing a worn-out EV battery can cost anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000, depending on the make and model. Even with a warranty, you're still responsible for diagnostics, labor, or any related components not covered. Plus, with EV technology evolving so fast, last year's model can tank in value overnight when a new version with double the range hits the market. Let's not forget car loans themselves. I've seen people with perfect credit end up in 6 or 7-year loans just to keep the payment low. But here's what they don't tell you. Cars depreciate much faster than you pay them off. By year 3, you're often upside down, owing more than the car's worth, which becomes a massive problem if you want to trade it in or total it in an accident. Lenders and dealers don't mind. They roll the balance into your next loan, and now you're paying interest on your old car, twice. What's worse? A lot of buyers fall into the trap of rolling in negative equity over and over again. I call it the debt treadmill. You never really own the car, and you're always financing the mistakes from your last deal. But if you can resist the pressure, negotiate your rate, skip the fluff add-ons, and buy a car with strong resale value and proven reliability, you can break out of that cycle. And when you finally pay it off, That's when owning a car actually becomes cheap. Now, here's the part most people miss. Insurance and financing are connected. If you're overpaying on your loan, you might also be carrying full coverage longer than necessary. But if you own the car outright or have enough equity, you can adjust your coverage and potentially save hundreds every year. It's not just about the car you choose. It's about how you buy it, how you finance it, how you insure it, and how long you plan to keep it. So, if you're shopping for a car right now, ask yourself, is this just about what I can afford monthly? Or am I actually setting myself up to win long term? Because the difference between those two mindsets could be worth $10,000 or more over the life of the car. Don't just think about the price on the sticker. Think about the real cost of ownership and how to avoid the hidden traps that most drivers fall into. And trust me, when you do, you'll not only drive smarter, you'll keep more money in your pocket every single year.